is about to begin. The banners rise, the crowd draws near, a realm of battle soon appears. Scars of honor, tales to tell, of kingdoms rise and kingdoms fell. The night is young, the aid is strong. We'll sing this song, it won't be long. Grab your seats, let's dive right in. The stream is about to begin. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends swim. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Heroes gather, ages cast. Moments fade, but memories lost. The battles rage, the kingdoms cry. The story lives, it will not die. The time has come, so gather near. Raise your voices, let's make it clear. The call is strong, let games begin. The stream is about to begin. Now heroes, take your place. Adventure calls in this grand space. Stay and watch, don't wander away. The stream begins, it starts today. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Hear ye, hear ye, the fire is lit, the stage is set, a tale unfolds you won't forget. Stay a while, brave souls and kin, the stream is about to begin. The banners rise, the crowd draws near, a realm of battle soon appears. Scars of honor, tales to tell, of kingdoms rise and kingdoms fell. The night is young, the ale is strong. We'll sing this song, it won't be long. Grab your seats, let's dive right in. The stream is about to begin. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Heroes gather, ages cast. Moments fade, but memories lost. The battles rage, the kingdoms cry. The story lives, it will not die. The time has come, so gather near. Raise your voices, let's make it clear. The call is strong, let games begin. The stream is about to begin. now, heroes, take your place. Adventure calls in this grand space. Stay and watch, don't wander away. The stream begins, it starts today. Follow, 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 Armegon. The stream is life from everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Armegon, Armegon, Hear ye, hear ye, the fire is lit, the stage is set, a tale unfolds you won't forget. Stay a while, brave souls, and keep the stream is about to begin. The banners rise, the crowd draws near, a realm of battle soon appears. Scars of honor, tales to tell, of kingdoms rise and kingdoms fell. The night is young, the ale is strong. We'll sing this song, it won't be long. Grab your seats, let's dive right in. The stream is about to begin. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Heroes gather, an age is cast. Moments fade, but memories lost. The battles rage, the kingdoms cry. The story lives, it will not die. The time has come, so gather near. Raise your voices, let's make it clear. The call is strong, let games begin. The stream is about to begin. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life from everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Hush now, heroes, take your place. Adventure calls in this grand space. Stay and watch, don't wander away. The stream begins, it starts today. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life from everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Hear ye, hear ye, the fire is lit, the stage is set, a tale unfolds you won't forget. Stay a while, brave souls, and keep the stream is about to begin. The banners rise, the crowd draws near, a realm of battle soon appears. Scars of honor, tales to tell, of kingdoms rise and kingdoms fell. The night is young, the ale is strong. We'll sing this song, it won't be long. Grab your seats, let's dive right in. The stream is about to begin. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream. Heroes gather, ages cast, moments fade, but memories lost. The battles rage, the kingdoms cry, the story lives, it will not die. The time has come, so gather near, raise your voices, let's make it clear. The call is strong, let games begin, the stream is about to begin. Now heroes, take your place. Adventure calls in this grand space. Stay and watch, don't wander away. The stream begins, it starts today. Follow, 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 Armegon. The stream is life, now everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Armegon, Hear ye, hear ye, the fire is lit, the stage is set, a tale unfolds you won't forget. Stay a while, brave souls, and keep the stream is about to begin. The banners rise, the crowd draws near, a realm of battle soon appears. Scars of honor, tales to tell, of kingdoms rise and kingdoms fell. The night is young, the ale is strong, we'll sing this song, it won't be long. Grab your seats, let's dive right in, the stream is about to begin. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Heroes gather, ages cast, moments fade, but memories lost. The battles rage, the kingdoms cry, the story lives, it will not die. The time has come, so gather near, raise your voices, let's make it clear. The call is strong, let games begin, the stream is about to begin. Now heroes, take your place. Adventure calls in this grand space. Stay and watch, don't wander away. The stream begins, it starts today. Follow, follow, follow Armegon. The stream is life, come everyone. Stars of honor where legends spin. Follow Armegon, the stream begins. Armegon, 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 Armegon. The fire is lit, the stage is set, a tale unfolds you won't forget. Stay a while, brave souls, and keep the stream is about to begin. The banners rise, the crowd draws near, a realm of battle soon appears. Scars of honor, tales to tell, of kingdoms rise and kingdoms fell. The night is young, the ale is strong, we'll sing this song, it won't be long. Grab your seats, let's dive right in, the stream is about to begin.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? It is Sunday and it is me, Armegon, or for those of you who are new in here, I'm Vanelin, Creative Director of Scars of Honor and CEO of Beast Wars Entertainment. So, as many of you know already, I'm devoted on being part of the community and making sure that I'm coming here every Sunday to spend time with the most important part of every MMORPG. It's player base. It's community. Because guys, what is an MMORPG without a community? Here, today, I have prepared a very interesting review of a new feature inside the game. So, you guys know the drill. We have a mini game that we play every Sunday when I'm about to give you something. We make fair exchange. So, the game of today is, if I reach 3,000 followers on Twitch, or I first reach 300 concurrent viewers on Twitch, I'm reviewing the system right away. Before we reach that, which I'm pretty sure we will do, I will start with a little bit of conversation about the game, answering a bit of your questions, things that you guys are interested in, and after all, this is why those streams exist, to be closer to you and to answer your questions. Without further ado, I want to jump into Discord and start from one really interesting question which I believe deserves discussion. On one of the previous streams, I think maybe I didn't explain myself well or I rephrase it wrongly. In general, I am not against feminine outfit. Don't get me wrong, I completely support that. I am against over-sexualizing outfit, and that's the only thing that I want to kind of keep a little bit away, because there are so many games which use that as an advertisement for them to invite you in the game. I don't believe Scars of Honor should focus on this. I'm a personal believer of a good game that allows you to invite friends and family because the game is good, because the game is fun. Now, there is a debate happening in Discord, and I'm here and I'm open. I'm here to also receive negative feedback, guys. I'm not afraid of that, and I will never back away from mistake that we made or something that we didn't made right. So let's see what Zake has to say. I was little surprised at the examples of female armor shown in the last podcast. The idea that female outfits should be very covered up seems like unnecessary censorship. The counter-argument was basically to stop gooning. And the example was given in favor of maid outfit, basically saying no sexual outfits. I've never gone over an in-game character and I don't know the rest of you. To me, feminine armor should look cool, hot, and distinct from the male armor. I don't play female characters to look like a man. And in the past, girlfriends maybe, he means, also wanted their characters in WoW or Final Fantasy XIV to look hot and sexy. There's gotta be compromise here. I don't spend money on ugly cosmetics. It's free to play game. Where is the incentive to buy appearance tokens if the only option is here is another transmog that looks like a female wearing the male armor? This pretty much sums up what the person wants to say. And to answer that, I really wanna say that in Scars of Honor, we will have devoted armors that are just for the female audience, and that's normal. That's how things should be. And I'm also not a believer that we should, in general, if we apply all of the armors to be one-to-one how they look on the male one, it's a cheap out mechanic. We are not here to do that, but we are also not a studio that is like 400 people. So we also have our limitations. Oh my god, my chair pretty much broke. So that's that. On that sense, I think we should find a cool middle point. There is this, for example, that you guys have given here. I have nothing against that. I have nothing against that because this is not over-sexualized. What do you guys believe? From which game is that, by the way? Is it written? Character in Tainted Grail. I never played that game. This, for example, this is one cool example. This is something that I have nothing against. 300 viewers, let's go. You guys were fast. You guys were fast. So, let's do that. I'm a man of my promise. When I say I will show you something, I will show you something. So, we've reached 300 concurrent viewers and it's time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many of you were here with me on last Sunday. How many of you guys were here? Let's see in the chat who was here last Sunday. A lot of you. Okay, great. Guys, do you remember what I started developing last Sunday? Do you guys remember? Let me just prepare my accounts for logging into the logging server. This is how I call my server. Duos. Exactly, lovely ladies and gentlemen. So, today, me and you are going to speak about one system that me personally, I super much enjoy in MMORPGs. Not even a little bit. Okay, I will bring up the cheering sounds. So you can... Thanks for the subscription, by the way, Zenith. Thank you so much. So, you might... First of all, this is a build from Unity. So this is not the best graphics. There are some changes. For those of you who pay attention, you can guys see that there are some changes in the visuals and stuff. But for the next week, we are preparing more. I will come back to the discussion of the graphics and how things will be improved and stuff after we conclude the discussion of the... let me just bring up the audio a little bit down of the background music. Okay. So, duos. Let me also enter with another player. 1 second. This will pretty much destroy my FPS because I will run 2 instances. 1 second. I will also log in from the Mac. Bear with me, chat. Bear with me. Let me just launch up my second because what I'm going to show you is a duo system that doesn't exist in any other MMORPG, guys. It doesn't exist in any other MMORPGs. When I say we are inspired from other games, that doesn't mean that we are copying. And I will prove you even with that system. 1 second, let me log in with the Mac. So let me just go here. Did I made it right? Yes. So let me walk in with the second character. While Mac, I don't know what is loading, but it's loading something. Let me just quickly prepare a second character. Okay, let's walk in with this one and let's stay here and watch this guy. So, let me know in the chat which duo system from which game was your favorite one. The other character, by the way, is Pound, so it's here. I know I personally played a lot of duos in World of Warcraft. And I really loved spending time outside of the city. And by the way, we are outside of the city. We're just outside of the city. And I really loved... oh, we have hype chest. Let's open it up. What's that? Ooh, we got something. A frog ponder emote. Great chat. Great, great. So, I really love... I'm a competitive person. And I'm always like trying to see who is good, who is really a challenge to go and do a duo with him. I'm just waiting for my Mac. I really don't know why I decided to start some weird loading at the moment, but I will enter with a third person. Before we do that, for those of you who were here last Sunday, you know that I started a dual link system. And let me show you what currently I have. Hopefully Mac will load, because guys, we also have a party duos. In Scars of Honor, the dual link system is not just you against someone. It is your team against another team, or your team against one player. Full control in your hands. Full control in your hands. We played the hell out of it this whole week. And guys, I'm telling you, it is super fun. Like the amount of combinations you can do just while you're chilling outside of the city. It's like amazing, you know? Because, oh, my Mac is ready, so let me also enter with it. And I will show you what I mean. Now, there will be people that will say, okay, but if we are three people and there is one on the other side, if one gets beaten, how do we prevent him from helping inside and stuff? And I think we found a really, really cool way, guys. And I'm entering to show you. 1 second, let me just enter with the third character. Yay! So I'm entering with the third character, and I will put two of those in party, and I will show you what will happen. So great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the applause. It really means a lot. I'm entering with my Mac. So we have a third character on the screen. And here it is. The streamer girl who has logged in. Let's just wait for the loading screen. And I will create a group. And I will explain all of the details, all of the edge cases, all of the play scenarios. So first, let's make a streamer girl. Let's invite streamer girl. Invite streamer girl. Okay, so invitation here. Let me accept it. By the way, you probably are not seeing party frames and stuff because of my camera, so I'll drag my camera, and for the moment I will put myself... Let's make sure that it's not final product is clearly can be seen. So Ladies and gentlemen, now me and streamer girl, we are in party. I will right away go to my other character, Armegon, and the party leader is this guy, this lady. If I challenge anyone from that party, only the team leader will receive the notification to accept the duo. So how currently we are making duos? I'm selecting the character I want to have a duo with. I click duo, and then for those of you who remember the ugly, let me switch to the other one. Come on, Unity. Here it is. Did I click it? No, I lost it. What did I did? Yes, let me go back. I clicked on no. Unity, please, man. Okay. The next one. Great. Let me send it again. 1 second. Why is Unity causing me these weird issues at the moment? Let's start with this one. Oh, I'm writing in the party, that's why. 1 second. Duo has expired. Okay. So I think Unity caused me this weird issue. So let me just quickly revoke, because this is also something. Let me just try with this one. Let's see. Let me make a quick revoke, because I think I messed it up with this. 1 second, and I will show you how this thing works. 1 second. Let me stop for a moment all of those, because there can be a nasty cache behind. Do a quick server restart, and we will join again. Yeah, Unity went crazy. This is why I had to make a build, but I didn't have time. So let me explain. When you are in party and somebody challenges, doesn't matter who from your party, automatically the team leader receives a notification that there is a request for a duo. When the duo is accepted, you start the fight. Let me just quickly try to log in again. 1 second. And we will see the fight directly. Hopefully Unity this time will allow us. By the way, I will make them a little bit smaller screens so that we can see them next to each other. Hopefully this will prevent this Unity. Okay. So here let's put 2. They're ready. Let me just check. No, still loading the nav meshes. Once it's ready, we will connect. So, how many devs are working on this game? Currently, the studio is, with all of the outsourcing studios, we are a little bit above 100 people. And the employed per contract in the company are around 80 people. Around 80 people is what we have currently in the studio. So server should be up. Let me try to connect. Yes. Let's also do it from here, and I will make a full screen of one of those. Let's log in from here. Log inside. And I will log in from here, and I need to log in from the Mac as well. 1 second. So we have at least 3 people. Let me log in from the Mac. One second. Let's relog this. Armegon is logging in. Let me relog with this one. And we should be ready. If Unity decides to load. Okay. two versions of Unity on one PC is kind of destroying the PC at the moment, but let's go. We'll be able to do it. I was doing this whole week, like with two versions, but at least I was using two PCs, so it was easier. Right now, it's kind of hard like this because I have to manage two windows and Unity is not great in switching context, but let's see now. So Armegon is inside, Streamer Girl is inside. Let's wait for the third player to log in. Here it is. Let's wait and let's invite to a party. So let's invite this invite, and there is the invitation. So they are in party. Now I will go and grab Armegon. I will challenge them to do. So here it is. Now there should be a timer. As you can see, let's make this one a full screen and let's make it come on. No need of conversation. So as you can see on this, we have only one that is an enemy. By the way, I probably had to group on the other side because right now I will make Armegon beat Streamer Girl so that you can see what will happen. The moment when Armegon defeats Streamer Girl, she will be stunned. Why? Because that way she cannot help the party team, and we can see who will be the winner. There is the last man standing is the rule of the duel. So she is stunned, and as you can see right now, I can no longer play. Now, let me go and try to defeat the other. By the way, how is the audio? Is it too? Is it too? It shouldn't be too loud, right? The moment when I defeat the second party member, or right forfeit, for example, or whatever, me or the last person on the other side, Streamer Girl will have its turn removed, and then Armegon will become friendly again. Now, another thing that is important to be said, let's see. See, the moment when she reached 5% of her HP, this is the moment when the duel is over. Let me just quickly put a heal. Yes. So, this is pretty much the system as it is right now. I will try to show you something additional. Let me get out of a party. Maybe I can just quickly go here and let me stop the second Unity so that I have a little bit more of resources with Streamer Go. Now, there are several other things which can happen inside the duel. First, the moment when you challenge the player, he can refuse or accept. That's the obvious part. When he accepts, the duel will start. There are several other things. First, for example, I will let me just take out the controls 1 second. And okay, now see, I'm outside and I need to go back into the 20 meters. 20 meters from this will make you forfeit the duel. Every time you get a little bit out, you have 10 seconds to get back to the dueling place. Then the duel is pretty much the same thing. If you don't want to complete the duel or something like this, you just go forfeit and that's it. And after, I believe, 3 or 5 seconds, yes, the dueling flag disappears. Now, guys, I really want to hear your opinion on this because this is a different take. It will allow you to have really interesting combinations in duel formations, like 3 against 3, 1 against 5. It's up to you guys. The gameplay is fully at your disposal. So let me see what you guys are saying. Good idea, but very easy to grief players. What do you mean? Why should be easy? Armegon, would be cool to have rule options that both sides can agree on. So allowing raise each other back into the duel. Maybe goat stakes. To be honest, we are preventing that. So duels are not to that. The moment when you get to 5% HP, this is the moment when you have lost the duel. A stun is applied on you if you are in party, because let me show you. Let me show you right now. I will just fight with Armegon. I will fight with Armegon. I will lose the duel. This is 1-to-1 duel. So let me just quickly lose the duel. 1 second. I'm just spamming the default ability on the other side. So let me show you. The moment when she gets on 5% HP, this is the moment when the duel is over. There is no stun, there is nothing, because this is 1-to-1. Why we decided to apply the stun? It's pretty obvious, because if we didn't have that stun, the character continues to move, can make DPS after that, can heal, can make a lot of things that can impact the duel. This dueling system is currently something that we can in future extend. Why not 1%, 5% when you consider 20% buffs from scars is huge. This is something that we can super easily tweak. We can definitely super easily tweak to understand how it goes. But now, guys, I want to highlight something else. This system that you see was created for less than 1 week, absolutely from me, while I was doing other stuff. So with this, I want to give you a highlight of how things are happening. Like, I want to bring up the curtain and show you how fast we are making stuff and how we are providing new features. So on the other side, we also decided to take this different approach with the dueling system to allow a little bit of more control over the players so that they can have interesting combinations and stuff. Yeah, I personally believe it will be super cool when one guy destroys 3 of them or something like this. This would be super cool. This would be super cool. Stun is a good visual indicator. It's not only visual, it's also to prevent you from ruining the duel. Can health reset at in duel out of combat? If you heal back, you can. Can you duel everywhere, or are there non-duel zones like big cities? Currently, because as I said, this is a system that is not even 1 week old. It's actually 1 week old because I started development of this exactly on the stream last Sunday, and now is like 1 week after that. So currently, I have not forbidden dueling on specific areas, but it can be easily be done. So let me hear your feedback. Let me hear your thoughts on the duels inside Scars of Honor. What you guys would play and what you would additionally want. Because after that, I will tell you the additional systems and ideas that we had for the dueling system. One of which was betting an item. For example, a sword or goat or something like that. And you fight to that to see who will be the winner. So let me see what you guys are saying. Armegon, it would be better to have an option to challenge between single duel and party duel. That way you can remain in party and duel to the same time. That's a cool idea. It brings a little bit of a development complexity, not that we cannot sort it out, but it's a cool idea because a QA also brought this to me. When I am challenging, for example, Armegon, and there are 3 other people next to him, I don't know if he's in party. And this can be a problem. Like, you come here, you want to play with this guy, you challenge him to a duel, and then you see that there are like 10 people. And you're like, oh my god. On the other side, if you don't have this, you have to go and like, hey, you want to do a fight or something like this. When a duo is activated, can anyone outside of the duo flag the players within it? Have you isolate those players from external healing? Absolutely. I can show you, but I'll have to enable the other... let me enable the other player and I'll put these two into fight and I will show you. Healing is isolated, so people from outside cannot heal. Let's see what you guys are saying. Matchmaking PvP. It is kind of matchmaking because you making the party and fighting with the other side is basically matchmaking. What happens when stun player left the party? Duo ends or at the moment when he's stunned, he's still inside the party. He haven't left it. He's still inside the duo, but he can no longer fight until the duo completes. Auto decline setting so we cannot be spammed with. Yes, after 30 seconds it expires, so that's not a problem. Best of, aka out of 3, etc. We don't have that. This is just one thing, and like one duo and that's it. This looks really neat. I hope you keep it somehow simple. I like the idea of just being able to run up, do someone and fight. Will it be available during the test? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely will be available during the test. Let me just see if I'm not entering with the same account. I think I am not. Maybe, hopefully I don't kick this player. And I will show you the healing. So, Armegon, we need to be able to see the amount of player on each teams. An adjustable range would be great. I'm thinking 5 versus 5. The current area is too small. 20 plus 20, like the moment when you put this thing into a duel, you have like 20 yards from here to, let's see where it will start. Let's see. So here it is. This is like 20, I don't know, 20 meters, 20 yards is the... Oops, let me get in. So I'm right now in. I can easily extend this to 30 or 40, but the moment it is, because 20 from here is 20 from here, and basically you have like 40 yards of dueling space. I can easily double it. What do you guys think? Should it be bigger? Should it be bigger? See right now, when it will start, you cannot see, by the way. Let me move my camera. Now pay attention. Pay attention. The moment when I'm running, when here in the console, it will start complaining that I am too far away. So here is the flag. Here is the flag. You can see it. I will start running like that. And it started here. Stops where? Here it stops. So this is the distance in which I am fine. Like here, I can fight. I can fight from here. There is absolutely no problem. And you have exactly the same range. Like so. What do you guys think? Should I make it bigger? How do you feel? Make it 25. Let me put a poll on this. Let me put a poll on this. This is a community development, guys. This is a community development in real time. And you know what will be the fun part? The moment when you come and you play the game on the test, you'll be like, I know when this thing was developed and I know who developed it and I was there and I was giving suggestions. But the coolest part will be like the moment when the game is released. We're like 3 years in life and you'll be like, man, somebody comes and duels you and you'll be like, man, I was there when the dueling system was developed. And that's the OG. And that's the OG, guys. Do you understand that right now, you are the OGs? You are the OGs of that game. I hope you understand that, right? Are we hyped about this, guys? Are we hyped about this? Let me just select the other one and make it enter the game. So let me just enter and I will show you that currently those won't be able to heal each other. So let's make the poll. Let's make the poll and see what you guys will say. Manage poll. New poll. Should the duo range be bigger? 20 is fine as it is. 25, 30, 40. I think more than 40. I will just put like 15 for someone who wants. Let's see what you guys will vote. For those of you who are watching from YouTube, I'm sorry I cannot run a poll there. So everyone on Twitch can cast a vote. Now, these, 1 second. Let me make this one a little bit bigger and take the control. By the way, why did I enter with a character that that basically cannot heal? So I cannot show. I had to let me walk out and join with a paladin, so I can show you it cannot heal. So you guys are voting on. The vote is really close between 25 and 30. 25 and 30. By the way, I can show you 30 because I can just modify the server and we can see it like real time. 30. So this will be a good exercise. So let me create a new paladin, for example. Pause stream. Let's randomize the appearance. And let's go in. 25 and 10 will be too big, I think. Okay. So, 1 second. Should be this something that is felt out? I think playing the games, the only way to tell, especially a ranged fighting, is a melee class. That's also true. That's also true. So, guys, right now, as you can see, these people are in duo. Let me put a little bit of health down on, let's say, this guy, so that you can see that no healing will be applied. Let me put some spells on it. This is a really cool spell. Let's detonate the stun as well. Boom. Okay, so quite a lot of DPS was made. Now let me go to the other. And 4 is healing. As you have seen, absolutely nothing has happened. Basically, the player has lost its healing ability, nothing else. That's how it works. That's how it works. I'll do it again. As you can see, absolutely no healing is happening. Let's do it again. Here it is. Absolutely no healing. What was that? Oh, that was the crazy ability. This is in development build, and you're seeing a spell that is probably not gonna cut even to the test. So let me see what you guys voted on. Should I bring myself back? Let me bring myself back. Nice. So I see 45% are voting on 30, while 25 is like 30%. The only way we can do this, I will showcase you again. I'll put myself up and I will showcase you again where it starts complaining. Pay attention at the chat. The moment when you see the message, here it is. This is the difference and this is 20. Now I will stop this and I will change it to 30. So we'll see it in real time together with you how this thing looks. So let me stop it everywhere. And this is how a community development is done. And I'm super glad about that. So let me see what you guys are saying and thinking about the system in general. Let's go to the let's talk scene and let's discuss while this thing is compiling. So, player count should decide, absolutely. Will there be indicators of who of our teammates are targeting? We definitely have that information. We just need to display it on the UI part. What about having a different UI for the duo request? The two-party sides could one second. The two-party sides could agree on terms, make like limiting items, but more importantly, you could put a quick slider to change it from 20 to 25 meters depending on what the parties agree on. That's a really cool idea, by the way. That's a really cool idea to have the distance of the duo kinda in the hands of the players to decide. But guys, don't you think this will create a little bit of a lot of complexity, which will be like, I want 30, but then the ranger is like, I want 50, and then the warrior is like, let's play for 15. How do you guys feel about that? Are you sure? By the way, let me change it to 30, so we test it together. In the meantime, I really want to see a discussion in the chat. Should we allow the players to select with a range, minimum and maximum distance from the flag where you can fight? Let me hear your thoughts. I want to see a discussion. This is why I'm here Sunday. Because we are making the game together, guys. And in making it together means we need to discuss, right? So let me tweak while we're speaking. I will put my microphone like that, and now let me find the because this is, as I said it, everything in Scars of Honor is server based. View component. Why it's server based? Because this is how you prevent cheaters. If you have anything being calculated on the client, that means it can be hacked. So I'm setting it to 30 and I'm leaving it to compile, and I'm here coming back, and I'm coming back to hear your thoughts on this. 30 seems too far. I would favor 20, 25. I wouldn't allow players to vote each time, because different members, especially if they just made party on the spot, may want different radius. Exactly. I kind of agree with this. Although the idea was cool, I'm not really sure that would be really cool. Should players roll on a coin? Whomever wins get to choose the dual circle area. That's cool idea. That's cool idea. You see how one dueling system, and we're right now like making games out of it. You right away start making games out of it. I really love that. I really love the spirit of what we are doing right now. The flip coin is unique for sure. Player count inside duo, a feud shot automatically adjusts the area of its effect. You mean like the more the people are, the bigger the duo is? That's actually quite good suggestion, and I'll tell you why. Imagine you make a party of 40 or 50, and you go and you challenge another guild, and you say, hey guys, gather your best, and you fight. For example, we are not going to provide you guild wars at the beginning, guild conflicts, but with that system, you can resolve disputes. Like, we go there, pick your best, I'm picking my best, we're challenging you over a duel, whomever wins get the resources, for example. How do you guys think about this? Like, this one system can create a lot of in-game hours, you know, and a lot of in-game cool moments. What do you guys think? Armegon, hello. I wanted to ask you if you considered this feature in PvP, enemy to be shown as 4 sections of 25 each, of seeing every single damage instance, HP removal to see only the HP goes lower of any of the thresholds. We had similar system previously. By the way. I had a link somewhere. Let me just see. Where was it? Because the team, let me just find it. The team has given me a lot of old footage from the game. And the server ready, let me just see. And we will review also what Scars of Honor used to look like. And today, guys, if I reach 400 concurrent viewers, I will show you the Gruntar, male and female. I'll show you the Gruntar, male and female. You know, I'm the spoiler king. I'm the spoiler king and I should stay up to my title, you know? So, you voted, 50% voted on 30, yeah. Gambling the spoilers. I'll be coming for your woods. So, okay. Let me open up the drive. Not this one. 1 second. And I will show you, while this thing is building and loading, I will show you guys how the game used to look like. Let me open up those. I'm with the wrong email. 1 second. I will share screen. 1 second. So you can see. Why is it always opening with the wrong email? 1 second. Okay, and this one again with the wrong, of course. So let me switch right now and show you some of old footage. How many of you, by the way, ad is starting in 16 seconds, so let me snooze that. How many of you guys are interested to see the old Scars of Honor? Scars of Honor from 2023, 2024. This, I believe, will be important because you will be able to see how much that game progressed. Let me see what the team has kept in here. This is a very old arena. This is very old arena that was built. Let me just see. Which one was it? Yeah, this is an old footage from the old graphics of the environment. Arenas are not that interesting. So there is something from the test. Is this? Yes. These are the old Gruntars. Guys, these are the old Gruntars. If I reach 400 concurrent viewers, I will show you the new Gruntars and how they look. These were the old ones and the old Scars of Honor from 2024. So for 2 years difference, the game is looking completely different. The game is looking completely different, you know? And these abilities, this is mage. Yes, this is sign for... let me move myself. Let me move myself to here. Sign for 1 versus 1 mirrored arena and sign for 1 versus 1 mixed arena. Somebody was asking in Discord, hey, why can I have a rating of mirrored and mixed? You guys can have it. It's even an old thing. And I will explain what mirrored is. Mirrored, in the case of this mage, is basically the best mage. This is the best mage ever. Arena mixed is the best PvP player in the realm. Now, this is something that will be super cool. Imagine you are the best mage, but imagine you are the best PvP player. And you can prove it. You can prove it in Scars of Honor because there is ranking for that. Let's see what other things were prepared. This is old, very old footage, by the way, very old. Is it gonna play? Come on, Google. Yeah, the old Gruntar. The old Gruntar. Now, let me see. Oh, the server is ready. By the way, we can hop into the game. This is the old arena. And this is how the combat used to look like. Graphics, models, and combat, everything is completely changed. 2 years difference, it's completely different game. And you can see it. What do you guys think? Have we changed? Have we changed, guys? How do you feel? My main hero mage is but another similar game. Massive difference. Huge change. Looks way better. Everything was completely different. You can see the combat. That was the combat 2 years ago. Now the combat is completely different. It has nothing to do with this. Absolutely nothing. What else? Oh, this is a dwarf. This is a dwarf model, 2 years old. Panoramix. Hey Armegon, are you familiar with Ashes of Creation auto attack finisher combo system? No. I personally haven't played Ashes of Creation, to be honest. So I'm not familiar with that. Armegon, can we expect hit registration during the test, or that is still not ready yet? Hit registration, what do you mean by hit registration? It's a top targeted game with the skill shots. So it's not a will be every item in the game tradable besides quest items, etc. Please say yes. Not every item will be tradable. We'll see how we're gonna do that, because there will be some items which are legendaries and we don't want you to trade those. Can you show us the character creation? I can show you the character creation, but it's still in development. It's still not done. A lot of features will be added. So a lot of features will be added. And it's not representative of just what it will be, for example, 3 months from now. So guys, let me show you. Let me show you what I promised. You see what I have here? You've seen the grunter, right? Let me just dismiss the ad again for a last time. And I want to hear a round of applause if you like the new model. This is the new model of the grunter. You have seen the old one. Now you're seeing the new one. This is the female one. Do we like it? Do we like it, chat? We do like it, right? Now, this is her husband. The male version of the grunter. And who's that? Who's that, chat? Do you like what you're saying? This is the only one who can oppose the big scary grunter.
The big scary grunter.
This is it. I really love how this thing came out. I really love it. And the moment when this thing is animated and inside the game, I'm definitely gonna play it. I'm definitely gonna play it. So, server is up. By the way, I have the orc model here. I have the orc model here, but I'll keep it for later. Should I? Should I, chat? Should I keep it for later? So, let me go back to the game. Which one is that? Okay, let's start. This is a vibe of Panzer. Man, Grunters are big and strong. Grunters are big and strong. And I believe the only thing that can oppose them is the Baron. So let's walk in inside. Let's walk in from... I don't need a second one. I can just walk in from these two. And I will see 30 meters of difference. By the way, it will start in like 3 minutes time on Twitch. So let's just leave it to load. Armegon, isn't the best mage just the mage with the highest mixed rating? That's more accurate. Not really. Not really. Because there will be... It is incense. It is incense. But on the other side, if you just want to prove the best amongst the mages, like clear fight mage against mage, mage build against mage build, the mirrored is more accurate. The overall like player in the mixed one definitely is telling the better story. But it's good because you can have both of those and you can compare. We will allow you to compare those to see that you're the best mage in mixed, for example. But it hits different when you say, I'm the best player. This hits different. Vanelin, are you Bulgarian? Yes, I am Bulgarian. Are arenas cross-faction? Can you battle your own faction? Yes, you can battle your own faction. This is the true meaning of you are the best in general. So let me launch this one as well. Armegon, I ain't even played it, but I am the best player. Chat, are you agreeing with what Rio Ferk is saying? Is he the best one, or there is someone better than him in the chat? So let me go in with this one as well. Crashland, this is how I name my server because while it's developing, it is expected to have crashes and it should be called Crashland. I alone am the best one. You see chat, a lot of competition already exists. Even inside the chat itself. 100 people per server? No, way more. Currently, for the test, I will tell you internal information. For the test, our aim is to allow around 5,000 people, but we will increase the maximum slowly as it goes, because we want also to allow you to have a meaningful gameplay. We also want to stress test the servers, but when it is restricted, because on this test, you guys will be restricted on only one zone of the open world. It's pretty big. I will enter and I will show it's pretty big one. But still, if we have 5,000 people on that place, that means pretty much everywhere you move, there will be a player. Because 5,000 people on that might be a little bit too much. So we will start with 1,000 to see how it feels, how are the NPCs spawning, how are the things. So this is the area. And by the way, we're gonna travel on the stream a little bit here and there for you to see things. But before we do that, let's start the duo so we see how 30 meters feel. Yes. So let's maximize this and let's accept it. So let's see how 30 meters, of which you guys voted, feels like. Let me move myself so you can see again. I will come here and pay attention where the duo flag is. This is a placeholder. I think 30 meters is too much, guys. So I'm safe here. No, it's not too much. To be honest, it's not too much. How do you guys feel? Here is where I'm safe. Here is where I'm not safe. So this is too far away. This is too far away. This is safe. We have to test it. Of course, you have to test it. Absolutely, you have to test it. The question is, do we leave it like that on 30 and you test it on the test, or we bring it back to 20? 20 should be like that. How do you guys feel? That's 60 meters in diameter. Exactly, that's 60 meters in diameter. But still, I really love the idea that you guys gave, because if we are bigger party, it should be fine. It should be fine in general, 60 meters, because the other guys, now imagine, the other side can be up here. They can be up here, and that whole thing will be like a battle place. So I think it's I was too far away and I lost the duel. So yeah, ad break ends in, we're in ad, by the way. Yeah, we're in ad. Slider for content. Leader set the distance. You can force 50 versus 50 into 20 meters. Or have it out to 60. Man, imagine that. Imagine like 50 versus 50 in 20 meters. This would be, I don't know, everybody making AoE and your graphic cards explode. Can you make change only if people in duo are more when it's 1 versus 1? Or will be 20 when it's 5 versus 5 is more like 30? This is definitely something that can be set. But right now, in general, I'm happy with the initial system. We need to update this flag. You see how ugly that flag is. It's a placeholder. I made it for those of you who were here on the last stream. You remember that I made this. I just assemble it to have something that gives a visual representation where it is sitting. This is one cool spell. This is making you immune. This is really cool spell, by the way. I love it. Let me throw this one. Let me throw this one. And damage numbers need to be tweaked quite a lot, to be honest. What is this? Oh, this was the one that I had to be closer to fight. This one is a stun. This one is a stun, yeah. This one is the default attack, which still needs to be synced, because there is, if you pay attention, there is a little bit of unsync, especially on the fire one. Take a look at the fire one. See the moment when she swings. See, and the VFX where it appears. This is a minority tweak, but it needs to be done because it really bothers me. Now this is the Harry Potter ability. We are joking in the company. I really love this ability. 6, what was it? This is planar shift. Overcharged conduit. What was that? What was that? Yeah. The one that makes stun the moment when it explodes. Boom. 3 was the bomb. 2? That was the one that fights from close distance. By the way, we are implementing, as we speak, this week, we are implementing the Battle Mage. We are implementing the Battle Mage, ladies and gentlemen. Battle Mage. Are you guys interested? Do you want me to explain how Battle Mage will work in Scars of Honor? Because Battle Mage is a tank. How many of you are hearing this for first time? That Mage will be a tank. Okay, so I see that we have a lot of Mage fans in the chat, and I will explain. Battle Mage has an additional resource. I need to dig out. Let me just see if I have this from the developer who worked on the resource. 1 second. Let me just see that, because there was a video of this, but I don't remember if he sent it to me or no, he haven't. So Battle Mage has an additional resource that stays here below. That additional resource is called Barrier. Barrier, you obtain it as you fight. The more you fight, abilities generate Barrier. And Barrier is self-explanatory. What does it do? I don't need to explain. It protects you from damage. The moment when your Barrier is down, you start receiving damage as from draining from your health bar. What is important to be said is that the Battle Mage is also a mage that uses different kind of weapons, like swords and stuff. Excuse me. Armegon. Armegon, will there be options to minimize particle effects, flashy combat effects? My PC is a beast and I just don't like all of that. Isn't a beast and I don't like all of this on my screen. Yes, you can reduce the graphics quality, and this will reduce the VFX intensity, and also you put additional slider. That's 100% possible. Battle Mages unite. Let me just see one thing. Advanced Magic. Yeah. So guys, one thing that I wanted to discuss. How many of you have seen the interaction inside Scars of Honor? Like, you see this thing over here, but do you know uh, about these kind of dialogues and stuff? Because I've seen a lot of people, and I had these things, and we commented with other people from the community. Similarities between our game and, for example, World of Warcraft. There are some similar things, but man, there are a lot of different stuff. By the way, this is not a build version, and it's kinda causing me troubles, so please bear with me. It will run way better if it was a. Let me just nuke this guy. By the way, I need to really make sure that my DPS is better. That's done. So, there are similarities between our game and, for example, World of Warcraft, in especially the combat system, and this is where it ends. This is where it went, and I'm really not afraid to say that, because here is, for example, how you take loot. I'm not sure if you have seen that previously. But pretty much every action that we have inside the game, we have tried to make it different. I have personally insisted of, okay, let's be inspired. Let's be inspired of the greatest game, the greatest MMORPG so far, and many other games like Path of Exile. Let's be inspired of those. But let's take and never copy. Let's make sure that we put our take on it. There can be a small tweak, but put something from you in it. And I believe this is the way going forward. One clear example, guys, and you have seen it like firsthand. The dueling system. It is inspired from World of Warcraft. But chat, is it the same? It really allows you to experiment and have different take. Like the party duos. Chat, can you tell me, does it even exist in any other MMORPG? The lightning looks different or covers. Someone is paying attention. Someone is paying attention. This is in progress. And I can teleport to one place and I can show you way better graphics than this. But I will keep this for next stream or the stream after that, because then you will see completely different graphics, lighting, and stuff. This is still in progress, guys, but I'm happy that you paid attention, that it shifted, it changed. It for those of you who are coming here on this stream, you guys are having the curse and the privilege to see in front of your eyes the progression, how it changes, because I was always wondering, is this the best approach? Is it a good approach in general? Me coming here every Sunday and showcasing where we at. Is it a good approach? Why? Because if I sit quiet, and you have seen the worst graphics, the not great lighting that we used to have, and we are still not having it the way we want it to be in the graphics as well. But if I waited a month and I have come and I have just boom, here are the new graphics, I'm happy with them and I'm showcasing you. This should be like, oh my god, you did so much stuff and it's so cool. Me coming here every Sunday, being open as I am, I'm kind of losing that. How do you guys agree with this? Do you think this every Sunday event is the way to move forward? I really like it, I really love it, and I want to do it, but it also has a price. Let me put a vote on this. I really want to hear your thoughts. Oh, wait 1 second. Sunday. No, review bigger things. No. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way and let's see what you guys will say. So I will leave you now. I will lead you now. No, I will never leave you. I will lead you now to one place to showcase one additional change that the team has done this week. We don't need ashes of queues to, I don't know what's queues and stuff. Yes, you lose that, but you gain much more in terms of trust, feedback, and excitement. That's kinda true, and kinda not. Let me see what you guys are going to say. Can't express how amazing it is to watch this every Sunday and learn about changes directly. Would there be Guild versus Guild or Zerg versus Zerg? This is something AOC struggled with, I think. What did AOC struggle with? They were also having quite an open development. Sunday streams are super good, but be careful and don't take streams as definitive feedback because it's just a portion of the whole community with temporary posts. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So let me, if I find the same place, discuss a little bit about what was the feedback from the environment and what are the things that I like and I don't like. I have given the feedback and the team doesn't need my feedback in general. They are way more experienced when it comes to art and stuff. Rasmus is doing awesome job in this. And I believe if not next Sunday, the Sunday after that, you guys are going to see quite a big difference in terms of graphics of the environment. One of the things that we have discussed is first, we have improved the skybox. We have improved the skybox. It's not that you remember it from the past few streams. This was a little bit grayish, like a little bit not having contrast and stuff. Is it perfect now? No, absolutely not. But you can definitely see, if I move around, you can definitely see that right now it has like blending and stuff. It has blending and stuff. One thing that we are working on is the cloud system. Cloud system will completely be changed because this is the price that I pay coming here every Sunday. Showcasing you stuff that is not finished, that is not... Oh, wow, that's so cool. After a week or two, it will be wow. I can definitely tell you it will be wow. What the team is now working on is making sure that these first are looking better and second are casting shadows on the ground for a better immersion. How do we feel about that, chat? How do we feel about that? I know that these ones are not good looking. So let me see what you guys are saying. Each pack should have its own talent tree with unique passives. Completing it, wait 1 second, completing could unlock spec rewards like titles, skill lines, poses, skill covers, great for class fantasy, long-term PvP goals, and cosmetic monetization. Each spec, we are basically having one spec right now, but we'll see how we're gonna do it like that. We will be make big assassin boss. I'm not really sure, and I will share one information with you. I'm not really sure about is it gonna be assassin? Like, why should it be an assassin? It's a matter of discussion. But there is something else that I'm really insisting on, and I really want to hear your feedback. I am insisting of having one big open world boss for the upcoming test of April. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? Why I want this? Because I believe gathering a party in the open world is something that MMORPGs are about, right? Right, chat? So this is something which we want to focus on. and make sure that it feels good. Because having the party and just killing, imagine if here was a golem or whatever it is. I just want it to be big, guys. I'm a simple man. I see a big, scary creature. I want to kill it. Am I the only one? Who amongst you will help me on this? The moment when you see a big, scary creature, what is the first thing you want to do? You go there, you die right away. Like, this is the beginning. This is the first try. This is the first try. But after that, we will unite. Kill it, right? Exactly, guys. Exactly. So let's stay here for a moment, and I will bring you an insider information because you guys deserve it, and because this is the format in general for why I'm making those streams. We had a discussion with the team on many topics this week, and one of those were basically the open world environment, the graphics, the lighting, the skybox, and in general the assets used on the environment. Now, one feedback that is clear is that we don't like the grass. We absolutely don't like the current grass that you're seeing here. I absolutely don't like it. And I am open, guys. I'm open here. I'm not here to hype you and say, oh, we're the best ever MMORPG and stuff. No. We are not. We might be. We might be someday. I really want it to be. But I know that this is a long road. This is a lot of back and forth. This is a lot of mistakes on the road to reach that. And I am open for them. I'm open for them. I'm open to learn and I'm open to improve. Same applies for the Beast Burst team. We are all open for improvement. So, the grass has already been fixed and it's already applied in Morning Pass. Morning Pass is the battleground. And there, I have already seen it. It's way better looking than this. So, with one of the lead environment artists, we agreed that there are two important things. Actually, there are more, but two, when it comes asset-wise, are most important. One is the grass. Second is the rocks. These are the two foundational elements of every map to allow you to, and trees and stuff like forestation, all of them, they should connect to those two. So, hopefully, if not next week, the week after that, I will show you something different. So pay attention. Take screenshots. When you come here on Sunday, take screenshots, make notes. And I'm really happy that you guys have paid attention. You guys were the ones, hey, colors are a bit different. Lightning is a bit different. And also a lightning artist have started this week in the studio. So welcome. And he will have the great challenge to bring this, to uplift this. Because, guys, you deserve it and we want it. So, now, I've never been, by the way, up here. Let me just come here and see. What is it inside? Is it a beautiful scenery or something? I've never been up here. I was let down to see some stuff over there. By the way, I'm playing this from Unity. I will go down because there I know one place where I can show you something really, really cool with lightning and stuff that was made. And this is one important thing that I also want to share. There is a big difference, guys. There is a big difference between Unity and Unreal. There is a big difference between Unity and Unreal. Unity doesn't have the tool set for lightning the same way like Unreal does, nor it has the tool set for environment. So that's that. And on the other side, guys, right now, as I said, don't pay attention to the FPS because this is not a build version of the game. I'm playing from the editor. I'm having additional editor running over here and I'm also streaming. So That's that. And also, when the game is built, the FPS is completely different because this is a not built version of the game. I'm playing directly from the editor. So FPS is quite above that when it's built version again. Let me kill that nasty NPC. And I will move to show you what I wanted to show you. I really need to make sure. Okay, now I'm immune. You see what this thing does? It basically makes me immune. Okay, so let me kill it. I need to ramp up the damage of this. So, let me move quickly. Now, pay attention to the lightning. You see how it changed? You see how it changed? Now it became a little bit darker, a little bit dew and stuff because I'm entering a different zone. So this is something that by default exists in Unreal Engine. But in Unity, we had to make it ourselves. See right now, I'm entering here, the lightning changes. See how it becomes a little bit sunnier and stuff. If I go back here, it will blend into a different one. Now, why I'm showcasing you this? Oh, by the way, this is a tree to chop. Why I'm showcasing you this? Because see, right now it changes. 1 second. The more I go inside, take a look at the skybox. The skybox also changed. You see how it blended? Here is like rainy and stuff. Of course, clouds needs to be changed. Let me move away. And as I'm running, I will showcase you the clouds. I'll showcase you the clouds. See how they start to blend and change back to something different. So this is work in progress, and this would be changed. I mean, improved, like especially the clouds and stuff. One thing that I'm thinking to do for upcoming stream is to invite the lead game designer for Gathering and Crafting, and I believe Gathering and Crafting deserve their own. By the way, why am I having the second one? You see, I'm running 2 games in editor, and that's why my FPS is relatively low. So, with the lead game designer of the Gathering and Crafting, we will sit down and we will go over all of the systems. How do you guys feel about this? Do you like that? Do you like that idea? Which one you prefer more? Gathering and Crafting? Full review of what we have at the moment? Or for example, we take Paladin and we go over the whole talent tree. Well, what do you guys want more? Which one? Which one? Let me hydrate, by the way. I'm yapping for like how much? An hour and a half. Paladin talents. Let me make a poll. Let me make a poll. By the way, I need 50 more followers to reach 3,000. This is my dream. If I reach 3,000 followers today, I will show you the org model. Do we have a fair exchange? Do we have a fair exchange? 3,000 followers, which I need 50 more, and then I will showcase you the org model. I'm the spoiler king, you know? But in meantime, let me make a poll about the next stream. What do you want to see on next stream? Gathering and crafting. Full review of Paladin. Full review Paladin. Review Paladin talents. Let's do it that way. Let's do it that way. So, on the previous question that I had, should I review stuff every Sunday? Unanimously, 93% said yes, we love that. So, I also love that. For me, being here and spending time with you guys is, first of all, pleasant. Why? Because, as I said it, I'm also an MMORPG veteran, because I can definitely say I'm a veteran when I have played like 20 years of that game and that genre. And it just brings me back to those days when I was inside a game and I was communicating. I was sharing passion with other people for completing a dungeon, obtaining an item, completing a set, or anything like that. And I am blessed to say that I had to become like 34 years old to re-experience that with you guys and inside Scars of Honor. When the test comes, I will do my best. I will do my best to stream pretty much every day, so that you guys come in the game. I'm there, the good and the bad. The good and the bad. You tell me the good and the bad. But you see my joy when I see this screen full of people. Who of you guys being there, moving around, challenging me to a duel. Who will challenge me to? Who dares to challenge me on a duel, guys? I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of you who will do that, and I will honor each one of you. I will beat each one of you. That's for certain. Like, that's for certain. If I was joking with other people from Discord. By the way, if you are have not joined our Discord, make sure you join it. I was joking that if I'm losing a duel, or I'm about to lose a duel, I'll just plug the server cable and we call it a disconnect. Is this fair? Is this fair, chat? Hacks? No. This is not hacks. This is not hacks. I have not used the command. Nobody. Where have you previously seen this? Like, if I do it, it will be the first time when you're playing with someone, you're playing with the CEO of a company that made a game, and this was never been done before. So it's a unique thing, you know? Jokes aside, of course. Jokes aside. Any plans on large-scale PvP, like Siege and stuff, or just Battlegrounds and duos? For the open world, for the test that comes 30th of April, we are thinking at the beginning to make sure that both of the factions are friendlies. Why? Because we want to allow you to have as much as possible open world experience. You have a lot of gathering and crafting to do, leveling to do, questing, talents to review, a lot of things. For those of you who love PvP, at the beginning, we'll give you the dueling system comes from the beginning, so you can play that and you can organize these fights. You can make yourself the fun that you need. Now, at the second drop or the third drop, we'll see how we will do it. Will it be dungeons that come at second drop, or PvP battleground and arenas will come? The moment when this thing comes, we will make Sacred Order and Domination enemies. That means this is the moment when you guys can clash. Like, if we have 1000 Domination and 1000 Sacred Order, you can destroy the servers. You can destroy the servers, and that's the intent. Now, I want to speak yet again a little bit about the test. And I want to tell you something really important. This version of Scars of Honor that you will play on this test, 30th of April, will effectively be the worst version of the game. Why? Because this is the place where we take, for first time on so many systems, your feedback. We get that feedback and we'll prove you how fast we can change, tweak, and improve things. So, what you can take out of this is first to come and feel the game. feel the movement, feel the combat, feel the ideas. But don't think that any of this, even movement, nothing is final. Animations that you see on many of models won't be final. For example, right now, let me just plug the keyboard there. For example, this animation that you're seeing here on the female is using the human male animation. So this is not final. This is not final. And you should not judge this as a I don't like the animation. So that's that. So let me see also what you have voted. 83% gathering and crafting. Okay. Greetings from Russia. Will the game have Russian language support? Absolutely. Russia is a great MMORPG hub, and we're definitely looking forward to having it translated into Russian. Full open world PvP will scare away a large majority of players, but would be nice to have a couple of endgame areas to be open for world PvP between factions. At the beginning, it will be closed for everyone. You can create those with grouping and having the dues. By the way, why the chat is not appearing correctly? Why just this thing test stays? 1 second. Let me just refresh that. 1 second. Refresh. Why was chat not appearing? Let me see. Will it appear now? Let's see. Okay. Yes, now should be fixed. Great. So for the next test and the next test for the next stream, I will see if I can organize the lead gathering and crafting designer to come here with me on the stream. Thanks for the subscription, by the way. Thanks for the subscription, Dropniks. Thank you so much. So with him, we will review pretty much everything that we have currently inside the game. That is a woodcutting, mining, blacksmithing, alchemy, fishing. What else I'm forgetting? There are a lot of those. So pretty much everything that we have, we will review it together with him. And I think you're gonna like it. Herbalism exactly. So this is a good plan. We'll see if it's gonna be the next stream or the stream after that, because as I said, we are preparing a major graphics overhaul, especially on the environment, and I would like to pay attention on that when it comes. So will it be this stream or the next one? I don't know. Let me just queue off one of these Unity instances so that I don't have both of them running. Let me go back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like what I am thinking about the next upcoming stream. Let me see what you guys are saying. Armegon, will the character creation be available in the test, or will you temporarily pre-made characters? No, you will be able to create characters. Absolutely, that's important. But don't expect full-blown customization on it. You have very basic customization given, and this will not be representative of all of the features of the customization of the characters. Is there a class that will be able to tame pets like Hunter in WoW? Beastmaster of some kind. We are thinking about the Ranger, but we are not sure about the taming mechanic. Is it good to have it and how to implement it? So it's not yet decided, unfortunately. How many characters is the maximum? Currently, I believe it's set to 10. Armegon, will Necromancers will be playable in early access? A very good question. A very good question. And in early access, original plan right now is to have Pirate. Pirate is a very emblematic class for Scars of Honor, and we want to have it there. But we want to keep Necromancer for 1.0. And we want to team everything around Necromancer for 1.0. Why? Because for us, it's also important to provide you a great incentive for you guys to come back, to experience something brand new and something worth coming back. Why I'm saying worth coming back? Because every healthy game should have a cycle where we release new content, you come, you see the improvements, you see the new content, you enjoy it, you consume it, then you leave, you come back. The comeback is the important part. Of course, some of you guys will stay and you will be here throughout all these patches, you won't leave, and that's highly highly appreciated. But the reality is, in any games, just go out there and see that this is a healthy behavior, to be honest. This is healthy behavior. What is important is that I'm not looking into a release where we go 100,000 concurrent players on Steam, and 1 month after that we're like 1,000 and we never recover. I'm more looking into a release where we are, let's say, 10k, but 1 month later or 6 months later we're 15k. You know, this is the progression that I want to see. This is better result, like the 10k going to 15k is better result for me than 100k going down to 15k and never recovering. Okay, so gathering and crafting pretty much won the poll. Hey Armegon, will there be possible to level with gathering and craft? I love when you choose your path of, for leveling. This is a great question, which I will keep for our lead gathering and crafting designer to answer next time, or the moment when he is here at the stream. The game is free to play with no pay to win, and I'm sure it will have a decent amount of average players. That's one of the reasons why we went free to play, because this allows more people to join the game. And MMORPGs, they can only sustain, they can only be alive if they have online people. And for me, it's a no-brainer. This is, for me, the only way MMORPGs to thrive and to move forward is only the free-to-play model. That's the only way. I'm telling you, 500k at launch. Get those servers, Armegon. Don't put a pool on your world. Man, 500k at launch. If we do that, that's... we are set for life. Are there any plans to showcase behind-the-scenes tools that are used to create content? We can do that, but right now I'm not really into that, because I don't know when things can get like too much of a on the security side of things and expose things that shouldn't be exposed. Roshimata asks, will there be a battle mage healing? Can we use special weapons to heal our allies in open world players by hitting them? As long as I know from the game design, there is no mage that can heal, if I'm mistaken. But I think the Necromancer had some build that allowed healing, the Blood Mage build. But that's a Necromancer, that's not a mage. Having to manually target allies for healing feels very outdated and in my opinion makes healing less appealing. Will healers need to manually click player portraits, or you're planning to use more ground on target or proximity based healing skills instead? To be honest, the answer is both. It's not just one or the other. It's not just the one or the other. Several classes will be more towards one thing, others will be more towards another, and there will be such that are mixed in between. We will have PvP maps or not. For the test, I don't think we'll have the time to pull it off to make such thing. But for future, if you guys are interested into, we'll definitely do it. Armegon, will the epic armor look cool or will the good designs be locked behind a payload? Very good question, and let me answer that. In general, we will not lock all the good visuals behind a payload. How we are going to approach it is allow you to obtain really cool looking visuals and stuff from the game itself so that you're looking good. That's important. On the other side, as I noted it in previous streams, Scars of Honor is not pay to win game, and it will never be pay to win game. It's a free to play game. We need to make money. And the best way to support the game when it comes out, and if and only if you guys are happy with it, you can support it by buying an optional appearance subscription, which will allow you to have an infinite amount of appearance points to change the visuals. So if you have some really strong, let's say, sword, and someone and other sword that is not that strong, but better looking, in order to change it, you have to buy appearance points. If you have that subscription, that optional subscription, you don't need to care about. You'll be able to change it whatever you want. This additional subscription that we are thinking about will also allow you to change visuals everywhere in the world. So we are giving you more incentive of why this is a good deal. If you don't, and you don't want to pay a subscription and you just want to swap things, you need to buy one time an appearance points, go to the main city and change the appearance. But we need to make money from somewhere. I cannot sit here and explain you that we are removing backspace because we did. We removed it because you guys, even a minority of you, like 10%, voted and said, hey, this is a pay to win in one form. So if that's the thing, we are moving it, and we moved it away. So there will be no backspace in Scars of Honor. But end of the day, we need to make money from somewhere, and that subscription would be the best way to support the game, because subscription brings one thing that is important for the game, sustainability. Because we know the exact amount of people that have subscribed, and this is predictable income for the studio. Then additional to that, you will have skins and battle passes that will that you can buy and purchase only if you like and only if you enjoy the game. But nobody will give you less content, will make you weaker, will restrict you from any gameplay feature because you have not paid. This is not how we do this in Scars of Honor. And I had a discussion with one investor this week, and I'm really pleased that he also shares that understanding. And me and our investment manager, we highlighted one thing. We are not inviting investors to change the vision. We are not inviting investors to come and say, okay, I will invest you 10 million or whatever, but I want you to start selling, for example, gold or whatever it is. This is not gonna fly. And we are right away going into discussions, even before we go into numbers and whatever it is, and saying that if you are coming here to change the model, to change how things will be done, we are stopping discussion. We're stopping discussion. Why? Because me personally, I believe that the most important currency that one gaming studio can have is the respect of its players. This is the most important currency, and I'm not trading that. I'm not trading that. I will not trade this for a short-term income. I will not trade this even if you tell me next month Scars of Honor will make 10 million. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care, and I'll tell you why. Because if I stay true and I earn the respect of the player base of the MMORPG genre, and I prove over and over again that I'm staying behind my word, and the community grows. The community is trusting the game, the process, the company. For 3 years' time, the studio will make 100 million, not 10 million. It will make 100 million. So don't think that I'm sitting here and I'm like the good guy. I am a good guy. I think I am. But I am not here saying, oh, I will get all these propositions and all these possibilities to make money. No. I think how we can make more on the long run and make the players happy. Because having those players happy is the most important thing. And I'll tell you even another thing. Forget for a moment Scars of Honor. Let's say everything that I'm saying we delivered and you are happy and you have trust in Beast Burst. The moment when Beast Burst comes and says, we are making a new game. We are making a new game, whatever it is. What will be your perception of that? You'll be like, oh my God, I need to try this. If you enjoyed Scars of Honor, and if we stayed true to the word that we said. So it's that simple, guys. It's that simple. And somebody right now reclaims naked character challenge. I'm speaking serious and someone is reclaiming naked character challenge. Is this what you guys are thinking right now? Jokes aside, but yeah, this is how I personally believe a game studio should be led. And I want to thank you once again. For being here every Sunday, showing me that all of these have meaning, have purpose, helping me grow this community by inviting people, spreading the word, and giving huge motivation to me and to the team to look how we can improve, where we can make things better, and how we can deliver the best possible version of the game to you guys. Now, for me, it was a great pleasure to be here with you this Sunday. For those of you who have joined at the end of the stream, please make sure you follow me on Twitch and on YouTube. And let's take a look one additional time of the trailer for the upcoming test. And we are back. So let's continue. Let me first fix. Yay! So we are hyped. But hype responsibly, guys. Hype responsibly. Bravo. So let's continue. Let's continue with what you guys are interested to see and hear, and let me answer everything that I can. So, Armegon, the best thing you can learn from other games currently in development is that you can improve, be better at following. When you start doing testing, let the community know upfront and right away, here are the things you want people to test. Too many people these days just play test. Give the community the ability to know what you want in these tests and you will get so much more out of it. That's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. And this is crucial part of navigating and making the test correct in the correct way. And these drops that I have explained, like first we give you the quests, the gathering, crafting, and all of these. Then we give you the dungeons or the PvP in another succession. Is basically exactly that. To give you, hey, go there, test this, and test that. And speaking about this, I wanna talk a little bit about the dungeons. Why? Because 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, we had a play test of the dungeons, and I'm gonna be super honest. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with the dungeons. Why? Because they were too big. They were too big. And you'll be like, oh my god, Armegon, how can you be unhappy because the dungeon is too big? Well, I definitely can, because when it's too big, it becomes a marathon. It becomes a marathon and it just destroys the fun. And I'm always looking at one thing. Is the dungeon, is the system that I'm testing and playing fun? And if it's not fun, then we should make it fun. We should understand, can we make it fun? And if we can, let's do it. This Thursday, because always on Thursday are our company playtests where we sit down and review all of the systems, I have seen completely different dungeon. Completely different dungeon in terms of size, experience in general. I was laughing. I was playing, and I was dying. And I was dying inside the dungeon. Was it complete? No. Was it polished? No. Was it fun? Yes. So I was really worried, guys. I'm completely honest here. I was really worried for the time before that. Can we pull it off? Can we make it fun? Because I don't care. We speak about procedural dungeons. We speak about augmentations, dungeon augmentations, and stuff. These are all cool things in theory. But when you play it, you need to feel it. It needs to give you that sense. And if it doesn't, you need to understand why it doesn't give you that feeling. And when you understand, you need to try to change it, then play it, and see if you was right. If that was the reason why you didn't have fun. So by simply reducing the size of the rooms, first we improve performance. Second, we improve gameplay dramatically because it felt perfectly sized this time. And on the other side, we can also produce more of those because they're not that big. And we can have a lot more combinations. So it allowed us to understand, okay, this is the correct path. This is the correct path. And I'm always saying this to the developers. We should allow ourselves the luxury to play test, see a system, a spell, a system, whatever it is, and say it's not fun. Scrape it. This is the correct way. We should not make everything just for sake of making it without any thought about how it connects to the rest of the systems. And most importantly, does it bring a value to the game in terms of is it fun or not? And I'm telling this to the developers. Guys, if me, you, all of us, the developers, we are not having fun of playing our game, how do you expect somebody else to come from outside and have fun in that game? It's absolutely impossible. It's absolutely impossible. So, I may have not created 10 games before that. I may have not made a big MMORPG titles or even a mobile game. I have not even made a mobile game, and I'm open, guy. And I'm open here. But I believe that things should be simplified in order to be overcome. MMORPGs are too complex. If we make it additionally more complex, we are losing. We are using we're losing, you know. So that's the situation. And I completely agree that me sitting here and like giving that information means absolutely nothing. End of the day, it's only important when you guys come, play the game, and see it. That's the only thing that matters. And then we get the feedback and we see what you guys think about it. And on the comment in general, to point the people towards what needs to be tested, etc., I completely agree. And one thing I can say right now is that you should come, you should play it, you should test it, and you should be critical. You should be critical. You should say, hey, I don't like this because of the sole reason of that and that. That's the way. That is the way. Let me see what I looted. Beast here. Redeemed hydrate. Yeah, it's good if I hydrate. It would be good if I hydrate. Skeleton here. What? This is a development build, and these are development NPCs. So don't think they will be there. I mean, they will be there as models, but they won't be exactly here where you see them right now. Is the game playable at the moment? It is absolutely playable, but it is not in a shape where I would showcase it to the community and I would expect you to have like hours of fun. Because it needs to have more content, it needs to have more polish, and it needs to have first. Currently, the game doesn't have any tutorial, and this is something that we definitely need to do. We definitely need to do that for the test, and we need to have also a system where you can provide back a feedback. Is the aggro going to stay like that? This is an aggro range that is set per NPC, so it will be different for every different NPCs. Armegon, did you watch the video from Space Coconut, the biggest flaw in Scars of Honor? No, we should definitely watch it. Do you guys want me to watch it together with you? This would be cool. The biggest flaw in Scars of Honor. I would definitely want to see that. Let's do it. Great. Let's see that. As I said, I am not. See, I'm right away at Scars of Honor. Test date announced. Maybe we should search for Scary Space Coconut. I watched it to somewhere. Let me see back.
Okay, so
let me make it full
after
screen.
a bit of thinking, I've come to realize that the scar system
Is the
in
audio
Scars
good?
of Honor needs to change. Not in how a player obtains them, but what they offer the player who goes through the trouble of accomplishing the tasks to achieve them in the first place. First, let me share a story with you. In Final Fantasy XI, starting at level 50, players have to accomplish Genkai quests in order to be allowed to level past 55. There are Genkai quests up to the level cap of 75. The final quest opening up the ability for a player to level to the cap of 75 is a solo fight against the very NPC who has been giving you all of these Genkai quests to reach this point, an old man in a blue cap named Matt. 20 years ago, in 2006, I beat Matt for the first time as a Dragoon. I'd spent a week gathering materials needed to fight him and survive the fight. The culmination of my entire adventure up until that point had my heart beating harder than any other monster I had to fight up until that point. 5 minutes later, after several mistakes had me at 15% HP, I had successfully beat the old man to complete the entire Genkai quest chain. I jumped out of my chair and yelled that I had finally done it. It was a tremendous feeling of accomplishment to reach that point and join the many...
That's a very valid point that Space Coconut is saying here. This is one of the most dopamine hitting factors in MMORPGs in my belief. The harder you earn something, the happier you are when you do it. And this is important.
Max level players who are continuing their journeys from there. In the years since then, there has never been a video game accomplishment that has felt so significant to me. The scars in Scars of Honor should feel this important. They should feel this impactful, and they should make other players who see them think, holy crap, they did something to earn that.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, right now, from what we know about the scar rewards, they're only randomized stat increases with a few passive effects that tweak a player's build. While these are fine, the skill tree already offers a tremendous number of stat increases.
That's true, but this is also misleading because we showcased version of the scars where we had that. We are in discussions currently basically to understand should you even receive a scar when you level up? Because we have a debate thinking that we should only leave it to when you do something significant. Level up is not that significant. It's an achievement, but it's not that significant. A scar received from beating boss is way more significant. So this is where we're still trying to understand which one should be better. And by the way, I'll put a poll. I'll put a poll for you guys to vote as we are watching it.
And perks that change how your skills work. Stacking another layer of stat increases on top of that does not seem worth the place it has in the name of the game. Scars of Honor. The scar system is the namesake of the game. People who have obtained a scar in their life often have a story associated with them. They talk about how they got attacked by a wild animal, survived some kind of accident, or performed some kind act of selflessness that resulted in an injury to themselves. Or in my case, getting a tremendous scar from the unfortunate combination of a bicycle and a pothole. Probably my biggest scar ever is on my knee, thanks to that. But these are Scars of Honor. In order for the scar system to have that kind of meaning to a player's character and journey, they need to be more than stat increases and passive effects. They need to be something that's visible to other players to instill that feeling of awe as.
To this, I completely agree because if we don't do that, it just becomes like another small node from the talent tree and it kind of loses the purpose of why they exist. So in that sense, I completely agree. That's absolutely valid feedback.
Player who earned it a sense of accomplishment. Here's what Venelin said about scars in the December showcase.
Let's see what he said.
Scars are one of the most defining progression systems in Scars of Honor. They are not just upgrades or passive perks, they are marks of your journey. Each scar is earned through real milestones, major victories, key discoveries, and moments that
let me stop myself and explain what I meant here. Basically, what you're seeing over here is a defeat of a massive one.
Scars are one of
let me just find it where it appears on the screen. 1 second. So here is when you level up. This is the exact scar group that we are thinking first in general. Should we remove it? Should we take it out? When you level up, we are thinking that we should take it out completely. Like this should not be there when you level up. This should be there only when you kill a phased NPC that is created there in the open world for you only to kill it, to give you the worst time of your life to until you beat it, and when you beat it to have something meaningful. But then that means we need to get rid of the level up scars.
They are marks of your journey.
Exactly.
Each scar is earned through real milestones, major victories, key discoveries.
This example of here beating that NPC is an open world NPC, which when it's killed gives you the scars. But I think we didn't make a good explanation in the showcase when we were showing this.
And moments that let you shape your hero's story in Armegon. And once you unlock a scar, it doesn't just make you stronger, it changes how you play. Scars let you push your class identity further, open new build paths, and create a character that feels truly yours. They are designed to make progression personal, meaningful, and deeply tied to your achievements.
For me, these words sparked the memories of the Genkai quests in Final Fantasy XI. But if we look at the scars that are given as examples from what we know so far, they fail to instill a sense of accomplishment in me, but rather it just looks like more skill tree nodes. In one example, we see It offers increasing your barrier, movement speed, healing, or stats by a certain amount if you're below a certain HP threshold.
These are sorry, but these are not minor. These tweaks, they are quite significant. Your healing spells heal 50% more when you are below 50% health. This is not a minor stat change. This is a significant change.
Speed, healing, or stats by a certain amount if you're below a certain HP threshold, or giving basic stats or armor increases. None of these scar options represent a significant accomplishment to me. Maybe reaching level 10, but what's the difference between earning a scar that gives 10 dexterity at level 10
yes,
and
absolutely.
earning a skill tree point that has a node that will give me that same stat
Absolutely
increase?
valid.
There isn't one. In order to
Absolutely
make the
valid.
scars system in Scars of Honor worth its place in the
100%
title
agree.
of the game, their impact needs to be more than stat boosts and
Absolutely.
passive effects. Let me remind you about skills in the skill tree. The Mage skill tree gives players an ability called Phoenix. It's that Firebird, right?
Yep.
Through the skill tree, how that skill is used and applied to combat can change depending on where you put your talent points. But what if significant skill changes like that were earned through the Scar system? What if instead of simply earning enough...
That would be a problem. That would be a problem because modifying a certain specific skill is quite better if it is inside the talent tree so you can pick it. In the scars, I feel like it's way better if you have like the ability to grant a brand new skill, like brand new passive, something brand new, rather than modification. This is the place where we need to distinguish talents from scars. This is how I feel.
Points to earn the Phoenix Blast ability, you had to actually defeat a Phoenix in game.
Absolutely.
What if there was a quest chain that involved reviving a symbol of rebirth for a fallen civilization that culminated in fighting
Symbol
this
of
thing
rebirth,
for
Phoenix.
the right to use its power? That sounds like an achievement to me. A
Yep.
scar of battle that represents the defeat of a tremendous enemy and the reward
Absolutely
that you
valid.
get for doing so. This, of course, has its own problems, since the skill tree is supposed to offer players an unprecedented amount of customization, and locking some of the better skill effects and abilities behind difficult fights and long quest lines might not be a good idea. But my entire hope is that you understand what I'm getting at here. Let's make it simpler and make it less epic. What if, while doing a starter quest to hunt a bunch of rabbits, you come across an extremely rare black rabbit? Killing this rabbit then unlocks a scar. That scar could be anything from summoning the rabbit as a pet, or opening
that
up
would
a
be a cool
unique
idea.
crafting recipe. Maybe you found some hidden tunnel in a dungeon after defeating a certain enemy, and you earn a scar highlighting the fact that you found something hidden, opening up the ability to find better loot for your group. That's probably a broken ability, but we're just throwing ideas out here. My point is that stat boosts and passive effects belong in the skill tree and on your gear, not in the namesake system of the game. Scars
Absolutely
need
agree.
impactful, important, awe-inducing effects that other players can see. Otherwise, they're just another collectible for min-maxers like me to hunt with little value outside how big a number gets. We know that there are hundreds of scars in the game, and the system is pretty fleshed out so far. A group of rewards that are given out randomly. That's not right. There is a group of scars, and you're given choices randomly.
Yes, that's
and
true.
then you pick one of those choices. That's how that works. But I wonder if that system is enough. Think about it. We're going to get stats, pass.
It's a combination, by the way. When you are killing a specific boss, it might have only one scar and you right away receive it. But there is also the possibility to have several and pick which one you want to take. So it's a combination of both.
And ability modifications from the skill tree. Our stats will probably increase from leveling. We'll get stats from armor. Our damage will go up depending on our weapon. Food can increase our stats, and potions can
This
give
is
us
cooking, by the
long-term
way.
effects, which could also
cooking?
include
Yeah, cooking.
more stat increases.
Let me
Scars
see.
should be
No,
more
no,
than
this
just
is
another
alchemy.
layer of stat
This is
increases
alchemy.
if they're going to make players feel
Yeah.
anything more than, oh
It's
good,
similar to
another
cooking.
5 decks when they earn a scar. During this upcoming playtest, all of us are going to be defeating the spider boss multiple times. and we're going to get our first taste of the scar system. But if the scars we earn from that fight are only stat increases,
No, they
or
won't
maybe
be.
a resistance to poison because it's a spider, it's not going to make the system seem like a big deal.
Also, guys, completely valid, completely valid. However, don't think that all of the scars that you're going to see, those are the ones that you're going to see when the game is released. Nothing that you're going to see will be one-to-one or content-wise guaranteed that this is how it's going to be on the game when it is released. So it is important for you to know that.
I'm pretty sure that Beast Burst is in such an early stage of development that
True.
adjusting what the scars provide could still be possible. But in that case, if that's the case, what else could scars offer or be? Circling back to the Crypt of the Fallen, as the starter dungeon, players will be beating the spider over and over again. How could a scar be interesting enough for players when so many players will be defeating the boss that many times? Cosmetics could be one direction, allowing a spidery effect to certain abilities, or adding a poison, bubbly effect to other abilities that are strictly cosmetic. Adding actual poison damage effects to an ability could lead to balancing issues that would extend development time unnecessarily.
That's true.
As well as lead to longer development times for future bosses and content that will inevitably bring in new scars to the game. Rerunning the dungeon would still be done because of how loot works, so once a player earns a scar, that won't be the end of a dungeon until they outlevel the gear that comes from it. I actually had a chance yesterday to ask Vendelin on Discord if he thought stats were worthy of being called scars, and in his opinion, they weren't. But
True.
since the system is still being developed, I didn't press any further. I didn't need more answers, just the idea that Venelin is kind of on the same page, understands that scars need to be valuable and important.
It doesn't.
So I'm looking forward to how the team works out what does wind up being worthy of being called a scar in Scars of Honor. When the time comes, I'm sure they're going to ask for input from the community about
Absolutely.
the scar system and its rewards. And I'm going to make sure that I'm part of that conversation. In the meantime, let me know what you think about scars and what improvements they bring to your character.
Absolutely. So, lovely video from Space Coconut. I absolutely agree on the fact that scars needs to be meaningful. Otherwise, there is no reason for them to exist. They are not different from talents. Make sure you hit Space Coconut with a subscribe because he makes absolutely lovely videos for Scars of Honor. And I really love when we can take a look at some system in deeper and we can take a look from a different angle. So I really love what he did. Amazing video, and I really support that. Now, guys, I don't know how many of you know that we have released the API of Scars of Honor, and already gave us websites like Scarshead and Sock Builds. Let's find it. They have scraped it, and they have exported a lot of data for you to go there and browse. Make sure you hit those websites with a visit, and don't think that what you're going to see and read there is final. All of these items are things that are in development, that are created for development purposes and test purposes. So go there, explore, understand what currently exists in the database, but don't take it as something that is final. This is a great place to linger around to see what Scars of Honor has to offer. This is completely community-driven website. This and SOH builds. So just pay them a visit. It would be great for the creators to see that you appreciate their work, because I do. I appreciate what these guys are doing. This is the absolutely great thing of being part of a community, to see when you guys are also building. Scars of Tools, is this another website? Scars of Tools? What? Scars of Tools, is there a such thing? Scars of Tools, what's that? Oh, it's definitely something for Scars of Honor. Is there a website? No, this is SOH Builds. Okay. Okay. So absolutely a great shout out to Skarscat and to SOH Builds. Are you guys in the chat? Are you guys in the chat? Let me give you a shout out. 1 second. Skarscat. And do we have SOH Builds? No, we don't. We have Scars of Tooth. So make sure you go there, you check their communities, you make some community brainstorming, and I cannot find where is it? Scars? No, I cannot find it. Okay. So yeah, take a look at that. And I think there was also great videos from other content creators. Armegon, make sure you follow that guy as well. Speed did a great video. By the way. He, by the way, started following
plan, but I definitely
Scars of Honor.
Scars of Honor. I have talked about this in the past.
Exactly, in the
many
past.
years ago. By then, they have already had a bunch of development on the game. I think they had a full-on combat
This will
overhaul.
basically overview, I believe. This was an overview of the test and stuff. This is something that you have seen. Another great content creator, by the way. Huge shout out to Sir Medieval. Let me find a video of him, Warrior. A great content creator, by the way. So a lot of great content creators are covering Scars of Honor, and I cannot express my gratitude for that. You guys are helping build this community. Here it is, Sir Medieval. He's making awesome videos about Scars of Honor. We will watch the Gathering and Crafting one. This will warm us for the next test, for what is coming, what is inside, what we are going to see on the next stream. So let's... Oh, he made a custom logo. See, guys, he made a custom logo. Really cool. Shout out to Sir Medieval. Shout out. Let me see if I can make it.
What's going on, folks? Hope you're having a wonderful night or day. Welcome back to the party. Today, I just wanted to give a quick appreciation for Scars of Honor, specifically the crafting and gathering system, because I feel like it's one thing that people haven't really touched on too much yet. But I've been noticing throughout these live streams, throughout these trailers, that we're starting to see more and more of it. But it's something I don't have all the information on yet, but I did want to take a moment to just talk about what I have seen
Make
so
sure
far.
you go
And
there,
it's
watch the
looking pretty
videos,
cool.
and
First
hit
of
him
all, if
with
you're
a
not aware,
subscribe.
Scars of Honor has 3 confirmed crafting professions so far and about 4
me
gathering-based ones.
bring it
For
up.
crafting, we have alchemy, which allows you to convert herbs, fish,
True.
and rare reagents into potions, elixirs, and consumable compounds. The second one we have is smithing, which self-explanatory. We can transform raw ore into finished weapons, armor, and crafting tools. These tools and armor also appear as if they're going to have a gear score. Not sure if we're going to have an affix system. That remains to be seen. But for the third one I've seen so far, we have cooking, which allows you to gather ingredients from fishing, herbalism, and I'm sure we might get hunting in the future. And
Hunting for now is not confirmed. We don't have plans for doing that for 1.0. We will see how it goes with the current mini games. Are you guys going to enjoy it? Because mini games is a controversial topic. Some people are liking it, some people are don't liking it, and some people are like, I'm used to just pressing a right button and seeing a warning bar, and that's it. So we need to get your feedback on that.
you can prepare food items that grant temporary stat bonuses and sustain. Now, all these professions are associated with mini games. It's not just a situation where you just go over and you click the node and that's it. You have to actually incorporate timing, precision, and it's not something you can just AFK farm all day long. Bots are probably going to have a hard time replicating this system, so that is definitely something they have going for them against bot defense right there too. Now, the part I also want to highlight is the interfaces when it comes to both the gathering and the crafting. Specifically, though, highlight the crafting interface. I'm absolutely loving the look of this forge menu. This is also where I got an opportunity to see that the gear has a gear score. Because this is just like basic looking gear, I'm not sure if other resources are going to be involved when it comes to the higher tiers. Again, not sure if they're going to have an affix system, but I'm actually curious to know from the community, do you guys like affix systems or not like it? I'm wondering if people prefer to have a more simplistic crafting system, or if you like it when it's
We
more
have a poll,
complex.
so let me
Personally,
hear your
I love it
thoughts
when it dives into more
on
complexity.
gathering and
Online
crafting.
Mortal Online 2
While
is
we
a
are watching this,
benchmark
it's
for
a
what I
short
consider to
video,
be
like
one of the best crafting systems
4
I've ever
minutes.
seen. If it's something they can draw a bit of inspiration from when it comes to the crafting system, I'd be very much in love.
Which one?
Although
Which
one
one?
thing I do
Let me
want to
see.
point out is that in June of last year, affix system, but I'm actually curious to know from the community, do you guys like affix systems or not like it? I'm wondering if people prefer to have a more simplistic crafting system or if you like it when it's more complex. Personally, I love it when it dives into more complexity. Mortal Online and Mortal Online 2 is
Never
a
played it.
benchmark for what I consider to be one of the best crafting systems I've ever seen. If it's something they can draw a bit of inspiration from when it comes to the crafting system, I'd be very much in love. Although one thing I do want to point out is that in June of last year, when they had a developer blog, they talked a little bit more about the gathering system, stating that gathering has come a long way in Scars of Honor. It's
Absolutely.
no longer about clicking and waiting. Each
Yeah,
gathering
yeah.
activity is a fully interactive minigame. Mining involves timing-based skill shots where players hit critical zones. Woodcutting requires players to aim and consistently hit the same area. Fishing, specifically spearfishing, asks players to react and pull in the right direction.
We change it to
They also
pole
stated that
fishing.
resources are tiered, and higher tier materials come with increased difficulty.
Yes.
Player expertise and tool upgrades help ease the challenge over time. They also introduced party nodes around this time, which are high-value resource spots that require cooperation. If anybody's getting the Crowfall vibes, I am too. These
Never
nodes
played that
provide
game.
better rewards and encourage social gameplay. The spawn system is also dynamic, adapting to server
Yes,
activity
it
to
does.
ensure a good balance between scarcity and abundance. It's all part of their goal to make gathering
They
engaging,
never appear on the same
social, and
place.
fun. They've even experimented with party crafting in future updates, which I hope is something that they do incorporate. I think this is a very cool idea, and actually it kind of ties into the recent live stream that Armegon did, in which he talked about some of the stuff they had planned around the dueling system and how we might even be able to do party-based duels. Alongside that,
We
he
did
also
it.
played around with the idea of allowing us to bet items and money
This
when it
stream,
came
we
to the
confirmed
dueling
it.
portion. He also mentioned in this live stream that one of the mistakes that MMOs sometimes make is allowing the game to be more client authoritative instead of
Yes.
server authoritative, and it gives people the ability to modify the client, and that's how you can sometimes get a lot of hacking going on. But
We've
Scars
seen
of
that in
Honor
other
is gonna
games.
be more server based, and I think this will be a nice tie-in to the fact that the resource spawn system will be dynamic, because that sounds like it'll mean that bots are going to have a harder time automating themselves between the different resource nodes. Very excited to see more about this crafting and gathering system, but let me know what you guys thought about this in the comments below. Also, I've already gone ahead and joined a guild for Scars of Honor. The name is
Oh.
Slipstream. It's going to be a hardcore
Shout out to
NAPDX
Slipstream.
guild on the Sacred Order side. So if you're looking for a
For
guild
the
that fits
Sacred
that
Order.
criteria, I'll put the Discord link in the
For the
comments below.
Sacred
Also, the guild is
Order.
affiliated with the scarsofhonorbuilds.com website, sohbuilds.com. It's aiming to be your one-stop shop for a Scars of Honor companion tool. It's already got some updates to its talent tree if you want to take a look through there, but you'll also be able to access equipment information, skills, augmentation, look through the scars themselves, look through the crafting menus, the item database. If you're a guild, you can also advertise or look for one on your own as well. Be sure to check out this website. Also check out scarshead.com, which is going to be another Scars of Honor companion tool.
Absolutely,
Thanks
go
so much
check it
again
out.
for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your day.
Great video. Make sure you go there. You hit Sir Medieval with a subscribe, because he's making a lovely videos for Scars of Honor. He's trying to keep you up to date. And while we are here, let me continue and first review. By the way, if I need 20 more followers, and I will make a big review. I will make a big review. I will show you all the races and all the classes possible. 20 more followers, and I will share you that. And let me top you with something. I will top you with something. I'll show you the model of the orc. I'll show you the model of the orc. You see, I'm always here. Then you say I'm not a salesman. I'm here and I'm making a bargain in real time. Making spoilers, you know? Making spoilers. So, let me quickly prepare that, because I think I have it. Yes, it is here. So I can show it. I can show it. I have it. 18 more followers. 18 more followers. Let me close this one so it doesn't stop this thing, and I will continue with your questions. Let me continue with your questions. Okay. Thanks for the subscription, Falcon. Thank you so much. Let me see, and let me just scroll a little bit. 1 second. Mouse only mode. How Scars of Honor and Steam accounts are linked? Do they have the same email ID? Since I was initial exclusive member, does that have any effect to I'm coming back after a long time? Very good question. So we will allow you to link your accounts with your Beastburst accounts. That's for sure. And they don't need to be the same email. You'll be able just to link those accounts. Is the start date for the playtest set in stone or is it flexible? I'm looking to requesting time off of work. Basically, we don't want to move it because we know it will cause a lot of friction with you guys. So for now, it's 30th of April. We'll do our best to make sure that we don't move that. What we can do is, even if something is not ready, we might hold that feature and not give it to the test. But there are plenty of systems, guys. There are plenty of systems that you can test. So there is absolutely no reason to say no test. Unless, I don't know, an Armageddon happens or something, God forbid, a very bad happens. So you should be good to go and do that. Armegon, do you think Scars of Honor will have the ability to have add-ons like WoW? I'm not a big fan of add-ons because they solve one problem and they create another. For the test, absolutely we won't have a support for add-ons. For 1.0, I also don't think we will focus and make that so that we provide. Maybe in future if we find that we need that. For world bosses, how do you plan to credit to be distributed? Healing, tanking, DPS, etc. in terms of loots and scars. Question from mostly harmless. In general, right now, for this week especially, I will personally work with the team on the threat system that will allow the boss to be a little bit more fluid in how he picks the boss and NPC to picks the target. The loot at the moment is given it's free for all. This is how it's gonna be for the test itself. We're gonna keep it free for all. And then we are going to run a poll to understand what is your most preferred type of loot distribution, and we're gonna focus on that. Let me see. I saw the video where you talk about where you started, and I have to say I'm blown away from where this project come and everything you went through by learning everything to build video games from network to assets and server engine dev is insane. I worked in IT and I have to say this is a massive proof of determination. Thank you for the kind words. To be honest, when it is pleasure, when it is fun for you to engage in those and kind of get the curiosity spark hits you, it is not that much of a deterministic and like stuff. It is just a driving force that maybe I was like lucky enough to find in my life to understand that this is something that I like to do. This is something that I love to do. And it became easier for me to be consistent with it. And when you're consistent with something, when you're doing something for a long period of time, you kind of start to become good at it. Oh guys, this game looks amazing. We just need an epic lore so we can jump into it. Look at what WoW and the models was of old were so long, but no one cares as long as the war was epic. Now WoW lore is so bad, so give us some awesome lore and we will have our hearts. Lore is absolutely a great motivator for a lot of players, and it is important to be done right. Now we'll do our best and we'll see where it goes. For me, gameplay is king. Gameplay is king because if the lore is good but game is shit, you won't care about the lore as well. If the game is good, only then you care about the lore. This is how I see it, you know. Seconds, because it's flying. Do you like? Let's see what you guys voted for. 48%. Let me just see. Yes, 48% voted that you guys like the mini games. 37% that you don't mind it, and 15% voted on no, I hate it. And I really would like to hear from those people that hate it, why you guys hate it and why you don't like it. Like, this is important for me to understand. Yeah, I totally agree with consistency. It's easy when the motivation, but sometimes motivation is low because of failure or anything, and then discipline is very important. That's true. And how I do it is basically when there is failure, when I feel down, the easiest way to forget and get your mind outside of that is to put yourself in work again. This is how I see it. This is how I see it. I hate when everyone agrees to greet and then Ninja shows up. That's the problem with it. Do you plan to have dailies, activities everyone needs to feel like keeping up? Question from I don't know, MH. Dailies in general feels like chores, and I'm not a big fan of that. Where is it? Yeah, my old guild had many incidents where people would insta-steal all the loot and then log off. They would get banned and reported, and we reported them usually. Is there a stealth in the game, and do you consider removing it? There is no stealth, but we are considering making it. So absolutely not removing it because it's not yet made. It's a spell effect, we call it that way. This is how our spell system works. We will create it the moment when we start implementing the assassin, and I think assassin is one of the most interesting classes, and stealth is a crucial part of the core functionalities of the assassin. Armegon, do you ever get the feeling that people who care, who create content for Scars of Honor and suggest certain changes, for example, regarding crafting and so on, have actually only been playing the game for a short while? I ask because you are very open to feedback, but there are two sides of every story. Do you get the feeling that people who create the content for Scars of Honor suggest certain changes, for example, regarding crafting and so on, have actually only been playing the game for a short while? I cannot judge if they have played it for a short while or they played MMORPGs for a short while. I am open to hear what they want to say, because usually these people have communities, and in order to form communities, that means you have to share common vision, common understanding, and when these people are having that followership, that means many of those people agree with them, and it is worth to hear their opinion. This is how I see it. I don't like the gathering mini games, because when I do skilling in MMOs, it's when I want to socialize in VC and chill after grinding or raiding, and they are easily booted by simple script that recognizes the right color visual input and presses keybind to press in response. Look, if somebody wants to hack, they will do their best to try to hack it. But what we should do is make sure we don't make their life easy. This is a must, otherwise we're not doing anything against them. And not doing anything against bots is basically dooming the economy of the game. Armegon, what makes a good RPG? For me, these days, it's just enough to not be paid to win. This is how I see it. Because these days, it is a different understanding from what it used to be like 20 years ago. 20 years ago, game studio scared if it is a fun game. These days, the first question you ask and the player base, just take a look at every game that is announced. People are like, the first question is like, is it fun and stuff? No, nobody asks that. Everybody asks, is it a pay to win? So if it's not pay to win, then comes the most important question. Is it fun? And for me, if it's fun, it's fun and it's good. It's that simple. What types of arena will you see? 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3. No, 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 2 versus 2 versus 2, and 3 versus 3, and then 3 versus 3 versus 3. So we have quite different takes. Armegon, would you consider a system for account verification to prove that you are human and without being verified accounts not trade? While that might solve the issue, I could see it help. Everything that can help against bots is definitely a good thing to be inside. The more we do against bots, the better it will be. Are we going to win the battle completely against bots day one? I don't think so. They will find a way. It will be a constant back and forth, we against them. But as long as we are not making their lives easier, I think we are on the right track. Armegon, speaking of those bots, many people believe that the game won't survive without RMT. And here Albion is perfect example of a game that's coping quite well thanks to the systems that has in place. Have you given it any thought? We will, as long as we see that bots become a threat that is hard to manage. Not warrior or druid. Fun question: how long do you plan to take to run right across the world? This is a really interesting question, although I cannot tell you because I have personally not measured. It's quite a big world, and we are right now focused only in one zone, so I have not made the experiment to sit down and run from the furthest point to the other side. Do a check every hour. Why not in a dungeon and not during a fight? That proves there is not a bot. There are many things that you can do to understand. Are there bots and are there real people? You'll be there active GM in the game to catch those bots and cheaters? Yes. Customer support is essential for me and for the game. Not just for bots. There might be an in-game bug that can break the economy, that can break the balance, that can create mayhem. And it is important to have team that is there to handle that. Where do you put immersion in MMORPG in your checklist? If I can tell like that, first is no pay to win, second gameplay if followed properly. No, me personally, in first place, is it fun? Like the systems that are inside the game, are they fun? And then pay to win is like, if it's pay to win, I would not even care if it's fun or not. So if it's pay to win, for me, it's not a game. It's something else. It's a SaaS or something like that. I don't know. Can players apply for GM? We would prefer to be people that are like hired from the studio, not players. If it's pay to win, why bother? Exactly, if it's pay to win, why bother? Armegon, so are you already have a rollback system in place? I mean, is it ready to go or haven't you even thought about it yet? Rollback system is basically a backup restore from a specific endpoint. So it is a point of the disaster recovery plan. Armegon, since you're not going to sell bug slots, thank you. Do you think house cosmetics would be a good revenue source for the studio? Really great question, because yesterday there was a discussion in our Discord. By the way, who is not there, make sure you join. People were like, hey, Armegon, what do you think about the housing system? Would you like to add a housing system in Scars of Honor? And I'm like, no. They're like, oh my god, why would you not add that? Do you know how much money this could make, etc. and stuff? Yes, it could make a lot of money, but it could also lose a lot of money. And last but not least, it will also cause people to kind of spread around, to focus on their own internal bubble. And in general, we are making an MMORPG, not a Sims-like game. What I would do instead of this, if I have to invest development time, I would invest it in making guild strongholds. A place where more people can unite, they can buy a land, they can work on expanding their guild strongholds, making it bigger, stronger and stuff. This is where I would invest. And then we can monetize that additionally with cool cosmetics and stuff so that people can buy and have that in the guild. This is the type of housing that I would rather focus on compared to single instance based housing system. Are there actually pictures of the current map of Armegon or just old ones? There is a version of Ironguard, full-blown Ironguard, that you can see the map even on the upcoming test, but not on the full Armegon. Will there be an ocean server? There will be, for sure, when we release the game. We'll see for the test if there's gonna be. I love your thoughts on strongholds housing. Okay, thank you. 100% agree. MMORPGs needs to be more social stuff, and personal housing is the opposite. How much is the game instanced? Battlegrounds, arenas, and dungeons are instanced. Everything else outside of that is not instanced. And by the way, I'm 9 followers away from reviewing you all of the races and classes and showcasing you the work in progress version of the Orc Mail. We can play both factions, or we have to choose. You can choose and you can play both of them. It's up to you, like whatever is the race that you wanna play with. Okay guys, so I think we had a good stream. We discussed a lot of things. Next stream, I'll try to prepare something interesting, something around gathering and crafting, because I think this is a topic that we have not touched that deeply, and we should. I want to thank you all for being part of today's stream. It is really an honor to see you guys coming here every Sunday and helping me brainstorm and discuss many things around Scars of Honor. Make sure you stay healthy and you stay safe, because I really want to see you again next Sunday. Thank you all for being part of today's stream.
Hark, brave souls, the night grows late. The fire dims, yet dreams await. The tales had told, the danger's gone. We all have followed Armegon. The banners fall, the horns grow still. The moon now rises o'er the hill. Scars of honor, battles fought, memories made and lessons taught. Though this night draws to an end, our song lives on, my loyal friends. Fear not the dark nor closing scene, for we shall gather here again.
Follow, follow, follow Armegon. Return again, come everyone. Scars of honor are legend spun. Come back next week, the tales go on.
Raise your voices, speak once more. Let the chat resound and roar. Share your stories, bring your cheer, for we'll return, the day draws near. 7 nights a fleeting span. We'll meet again as heroes can. Fire waits, the hall shall ring. The songs of battle we shall sing.
Follow, follow, follow Armegon. Return again, come everyone. Scars of honor our legend spun. Come back next week, the tales go on.
Hush now, heroes, rest your heads. Dream of quest and battle spread. Next week's dawn will light the way, and we shall fight another day.
Follow, follow, follow Armegon. Return again, come everyone. Scars of honor our legend spun. Come back next week, the tales go on.